I want to share with you a revolutionary concept that can transform your life in just 30 days. Not 30 years, not 30 months, but 30 days. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jim, how can I possibly transform my entire life in just 30 days? The answer is simple, by understanding that transformation is not about changing everything at once, but about changing the right things consistently over time. It's about compound interest applied to your personal development. Let me tell you something about compound interest. Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. He said those who understand it earn it. Those who don't pay it. The same principle applies to personal development. Small, consistent actions compounded over time create extraordinary results. And 30 days is enough time to establish the patterns, the habits, and the mindset that will compound into a lifetime of success. But here's the key: you must have a plan. You cannot just wing it and hope for the best. You need a systematic approach, a blueprint for transformation. And that's exactly what I'm going to give you tonight. A 30-day success plan that will revolutionize how you think, how you act, and ultimately how you live. Now, before we dive into the specifics of this plan, let me share with you a story that illustrates the power of 30 days. There was a man who worked in a factory for 30 years. Every day he would go to work, do his job, come home, watch television, and go to bed. He was living what Thoreau called a life of quiet desperation. One day he decided he'd had enough. He decided to transform his life, but instead of making dramatic changes, he made one simple commitment. For the next 30 days, he would read for 1 hour every evening instead of watching television. Just 1 hour, 30 days, that's all. But by the end of those 30 days, something remarkable had happened. He had consumed more information in 30 days than he had in the previous 30 years. He had awakened a hunger for knowledge that had been dormant for decades. He had planted seeds of transformation that would grow into a forest of success. Within 1 year, he had been promoted to supervisor. Within 2 years, he had started his own consulting business. Within 5 years, he had become a millionaire. All because he understood the power of 30 days and had a plan. You see, transformation is not about making massive changes overnight. It's about making small, consistent improvements day after day. It's about the philosophy of slight edge, where tiny improvements compound into massive results. Most people fail at transformation because they try to change everything at once. They set unrealistic goals, burn out after a few days, and return to their old patterns. But the wise person understands that lasting change comes from consistent, sustainable action. This is why our 30-day success plan is so powerful. It's not overwhelming. It's not unrealistic. It's a systematic approach to transformation that anyone can follow regardless of their current circumstances. Whether you're a student, a business owner, an employee, or a retiree, this plan will work for you if you work the plan. Now let me share with you the foundation of this 30-day transformation. It's built on 5 pillars: philosophy, attitude, activity, results, and lifestyle. These 5 pillars support everything else we're going to discuss tonight. They are the bedrock upon which your transformation will be built. First, philosophy. Your philosophy is your way of thinking. It's your beliefs about life, about success, about what's possible. And here's what I've learned after decades of studying success. Your philosophy determines your attitude. Your attitude determines your activity. Your activity determines your results. And your results determine your lifestyle. So if you want to change your lifestyle, you must start with your philosophy. Most people have a poor philosophy about life. They believe that success is a matter of luck, that rich people are just lucky, that circumstances control their destiny. But successful people have a different philosophy. They believe that success is a matter of choice, that they are the architect of their own destiny, that circumstances are just circumstances, and that they have the power to change them. During these next 30 days, you're going to develop a success philosophy. You're going to reprogram your mind with thoughts and beliefs that support your transformation. You're going to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. You're going to stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the creator of your own experience. Second, attitude. Your attitude is your disposition, your mental and emotional state. It's how you approach life, how you respond to challenges, how you view opportunities. And here's the key: your attitude is a choice. You can choose to have a positive attitude or negative attitude. You can choose to see opportunities or obstacles. You can choose to be optimistic or pessimistic. During these 30 days, you're going to develop what I call a success attitude. You're going to approach each day with enthusiasm, optimism, and determination. You're going to see challenges as opportunities to grow, setbacks as setups for comebacks, and failures as stepping stones to success. You're going to radiate positive energy that will attract positive results. Third, activity. Your activity is what you do, how you spend your time, what actions you take. And here's the truth. You can have the best philosophy and the best attitude in the world, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. Success is not a thinking sport. It's an action sport. You must translate your thoughts and attitudes into productive activity. During these 30 days, you're going to engage in 10 specific activities that will move you toward your goals. You're going to eliminate activities that drain your energy and add activities that energize you. You're going to become intentional about how you spend your time because time is your most valuable resource. Fourth, results. Your results are the outcomes of your activity. They are the tangible evidence of your progress. And here's what most people don't understand. Results are not just about the big achievements. Results include the small wins, the daily improvements, the incremental progress. Every day you're getting results of some kind. The question is, are they the results you want? During these 30 days, you're going to track your results meticulously. You're going to measure your progress, celebrate your wins, and learn from your setbacks. You're going to become a student of your own success, constantly adjusting your approach based on the feedback you receive. Fifth, lifestyle. Your lifestyle is the sum total of your philosophy, attitude, activity, and results. It's how you live, what you do with your time, how you spend your money, who you associate with, what you read, what you watch, what you think about. Your lifestyle is the external manifestation of your internal transformation. During these 30 days, you're going to begin living the lifestyle of a successful person. You're going to start thinking like a successful person, acting like a successful person, and getting the results of a successful person. You're going to raise your standards and refuse to settle for mediocrity. Now, let me give you the specific structure of this 30-day success plan. Each day, you're going to focus on specific activities that will compound into extraordinary results. This is not a casual commitment. This is a serious investment in your future. For the next 30 days, you're going to treat your personal development like a business. You're going to show up every day, do the work, and track your progress. The first component of your daily routine is what I call the hall power. This is the first hour of your day dedicated exclusively to your personal development. During this hour, you're going to feed your mind with positive input. Exercise your body to create energy and plan your day for maximum productivity. This hour is sacred. It's non-negotiable. It's your appointment with excellence. Why the first hour? Because how you start your day determines how you live your day. If you start your day by reading the newspaper, watching the news, or checking social media, programming your mind with negativity, fear, and distraction. But if you start your day with positive input, physical exercise, and clear planning, you're setting yourself up for success. During your hour power, you're going to spend 20 minutes reading something inspiring and educational. Not the newspaper, not fiction, but something that will expand your mind and challenge your thinking. You're going to read books about success, personal development, business, leadership, or any topic that will help you grow. Remember, leaders are readers. Show me a successful person, and I'll show you someone who reads consistently. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. It strengthens your mental muscles, expands your vocabulary, improves your communication skills, and gives you access to the wisdom of the ages. In just 20 minutes a day, you can read a book a month. In 1 year, you can read 12 books. In 5 years, you can read 60 books. That's a graduate level education in any field you choose. But here's the key: you must read with purpose. You're not reading for entertainment, you're reading for transformation. You're looking for ideas that you can apply to your life. You're searching for strategies that can improve your results. You're seeking wisdom that can guide your decisions. As you read, take notes, write down the key insights. Circle the important passages, make the book your own. The second 20 minutes of your hour of power will be dedicated to physical exercise. Now, I'm not talking about running a marathon or lifting heavy weights. I'm talking about moving your body to create energy and vitality. This could be a brisk walk, some stretching, calisthenics, or any form of movement that gets your blood flowing and your heart pumping. Physical exercise is not just about fitness, it's about creating the energy you need to pursue your goals. Success requires energy, and energy comes from taking care of your body. When you exercise, you're not just building physical strength, you're building mental toughness, discipline, and confidence. You're proving to yourself that you can do hard things, that you can push through resistance, that you can overcome obstacles. The final 20 minutes of your hour of power will be spent planning your day. You're going to review your goals, prioritize your tasks, and create a clear plan of action. You're going to ask yourself, what are the most important things I need to accomplish today to move closer to my goals? Then you're going to write them down and commit to doing them. Planning is the bridge between your dreams and reality. Without a plan, your goals are just wishes. With a plan, they become achievable targets. During these 20 minutes, you're going to become the architect of your day. You're going to design your schedule around your priorities, not around your distractions. Now, let me share with you the second component of your daily routine, the success journal. Every evening before you go to bed, you're going to spend 10 minutes writing in your success journal. This is not a diary where you complain about your problems or vent your frustrations. This is a success journal where you record your progress, celebrate your wins, and plan your improvements. In your success journal, you're going to write down 3 things every evening. First, what you accomplished today. What did you do to move closer to your goals? What progress did you make? What challenges did you overcome? Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. Success is built on the foundation of small victories. Second, what you learned today. What new insights did you gain? What mistakes did you make, and what did they teach you? What feedback did you receive, and how can you use it to improve? Learning is the key to growth, and growth is the key to success. Every day, you should be learning something new. Third, what you'll do tomorrow to continue your progress. What are your priorities for tomorrow? What actions will you take? What improvements will you make? This is your opportunity to plan ahead, to be proactive rather than reactive, to stay focused on your goals. Your success journal serves multiple purposes. First, it helps you track your progress and stay motivated. When you write down your accomplishments, you create a record of your growth that you can look back on for inspiration. Second, it helps you learn from your experiences. When you reflect on your day, you gain insights that you might otherwise miss. Third, it helps you plan for tomorrow. When you end each day by planning the next, you start tomorrow with clarity and purpose. The third component of your daily routine is what I call the association audit. Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Your associations have a profound impact on your thinking, your attitudes, and your results. If you want to transform your life, you must transform your associations. During these 30 days, you're going to conduct an audit of your associations. You're going to identify the people who are influencing your life and categorize them into 3 groups: those who inspire you, those who drain you, and those who are neutral. Then you're going to make conscious decisions about how much time you spend with each group. The people who inspire you are your success associations. These are the people who challenge you to grow, who support your goals, who believe in your potential. They might be mentors, successful friends, or colleagues who share your ambitions. You want to spend more time with these people. You want to learn from them, be inspired by them, and be held accountable by them. The people who drain you are your negative associations. These are the people who complain constantly, who make excuses, who blame others for their problems. They might be family members, old friends, or co-workers who have given up on their dreams. You don't have to be rude to these people, but you do need to limit your exposure to their negative influence. The people who are neutral are your casual associations. These are the people who neither inspire you nor drain you. They're just there. You can maintain these relationships, but you shouldn't invest significant time or energy in them. Here's the key: you must be intentional about your associations. You can't just drift along, spending time with whoever happens to be around. You must choose your associations based on where you want to go, not where you've been. You must surround yourself with people who support your transformation, not those who want to keep you the same. During these 30 days, you're also going to expand your associations by finding new mentors and role models. You're going to read books by successful people, listen to their speeches, study their strategies, and learn from their experiences. You don't have to know these people personally to benefit from their wisdom. You can have mentors you've never met by consuming their content and applying their teachings. The fourth component of your daily routine is the skill development session. Every day you're going to spend at least 30 minutes developing a skill that will increase your value in the marketplace. This could be learning a new language, mastering a software program, improving your communication skills, or developing technical expertise in your field. The key to financial success is to become more valuable. The marketplace pays for value, and value comes from knowledge, skills, and abilities. If you want to earn more, you must become worth more. If you want to be promoted, you must develop the skills that justify the promotion. If you want to start your own business, you must develop the skills that will make your business successful. Most people make the mistake of focusing on their weaknesses instead of their strengths. They spend their time trying to fix what's wrong instead of developing what's right. But successful people do the opposite. They identify their natural talents and develop them into marketable skills. They become experts in their chosen field, and the marketplace rewards their expertise. During these 30 days, you're going to identify your natural talents and begin developing them into valuable skills. You're going to invest in your education, expand your knowledge, and increase your capabilities. You're going to become a student of your craft, constantly learning and improving. But here's the important part: you must apply what you learn. Knowledge without application is worthless. You must take the information you acquire and put it into practice. You must experiment, make mistakes, get feedback, and refine your approach. This is how knowledge becomes skill, and skill becomes value. The fifth component of yearly routine is the goal achievement activity. Every day you're going to take at least one specific action that moves you closer to your major goals. Not someday, not when you feel like it, but every single day. This is the difference between dreamers and achievers. Dreamers think about their goals. Achievers work on their goals. Your goals must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Vague goals produce vague results. Clear goals produce clear results. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, you need to say, I want to increase my income by 50% within the next 12 months by developing my sales skills and expanding my client base. During these 30 days, you're going to break your major goals down into daily actions. You're going to ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to my goal? Then you're going to do it regardless of how you feel, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the distractions. You're going to develop what I call goal momentum. Goal momentum is the psychological force that builds when you take consistent action toward your objectives. At first, it's difficult. You have to push through resistance, overcome inertia, and fight against old habits. But as you persist, momentum builds. Action becomes easier. Progress becomes visible. Confidence grows. And before you know it, you're moving toward your goals with unstoppable force. The sixth component of your daily routine is the gratitude practice. Every day you're going to spend 5 minutes focusing on what you're grateful for. This is not just positive thinking. This is a powerful psychological tool that will transform your perspective and attract more positive experiences into your life. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you can't simultaneously focus on what's wrong with your life. Gratitude shifts your attention from scarcity to abundance, from problems to possibilities, from what you lack to what you have. And this shift in perspective changes everything. Grateful people are happier, healthier, more optimistic, and more successful. They have better relationships, better careers, and better lives. They attract positive people and positive opportunities. They create positive energy that radiates outward and comes back to them multiplied. During your gratitude practice, you're going to write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. They can be big or small, significant or simple. You might be grateful for your health, your family, your home, your job, or even something as simple as a beautiful sunset or a good cup of coffee. The key is to feel the gratitude, not just think it. As you practice gratitude, you'll notice a shift in your perspective. You'll start seeing opportunities where you used to see obstacles. You'll start appreciating what you have instead of focusing on what you lack. You'll start attracting more positive experiences because you're vibrating at a higher frequency. The seventh and final component of your daily routine is the evening review. Before you go to bed each night, you're going to spend 10 minutes reviewing your day and preparing for tomorrow. This is your opportunity to assess your progress, learn from your experiences, and plan your improvements. During your evening review, you're going to ask yourself several key questions. Did I accomplish what I set out to do today? What worked well? What didn't work? What can I do differently tomorrow? How can I improve my performance? What lessons did I learn? What am I grateful for? This daily review serves multiple purposes. First, it helps you stay accountable to your goals and commitments. When you review your day, you become aware of whether you're on track or off track. Second, it helps you learn from your experiences. When you reflect on what worked and what didn't, you gain insights that help you improve. Third, it helps you plan for tomorrow. When you end each day by planning the next, you start tomorrow with clarity and purpose. Now, let me share with you the mindset shifts that will occur during these 30 days. These are not just changes in behavior. They are fundamental changes in how you think about yourself, your life, and your potential. These mindset shifts are the real transformation that will last long after the 30 days are over. The first mindset shift is from victim to victor. Most people live their lives as victims of circumstances. They blame their problems on their background, their education, their parents, their boss, the economy, a car, bad luck. But victims are powerless. They have no control over their lives. They are at the mercy of external forces. During these 30 days, you're going to shift from victim to victor. You're going to take responsibility for your life, your choices, and your results. You're going to stop making excuses and start making progress. You're going to stop blaming others and start changing yourself. You're going to realize that you have the power to shape your destiny. The second mindset shift is from scarcity to abundance. Most people have a scarcity mindset. They believe that there's not enough to go around, that someone else's success diminishes their own opportunities, that they have to compete for limited resources. This mindset creates fear, anxiety, and limiting beliefs. During these 30 days, you're going to develop an abundance mindset. You're going to realize that there's enough success, wealth, and opportunity for everyone. You're going to understand that the universe is abundant and there's no limit to what you can achieve. You're going to start thinking in terms of possibilities rather than limitations. The third mindset shift is from short-term to long-term thinking. Most people are focused on immediate gratification. They want results now, success now, wealth now. But success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires patience, persistence, and long-term thinking. During these 30 days, you're going to develop long-term thinking. You're going to plant seeds today that will bear fruit tomorrow. You're going to make investments in your future that may not pay off immediately but will compound over time. You're going to delay gratification in favor of long-term success. The fourth mindset shift is from consumer to creator. Most people are consumers. They consume information, entertainment, products, and services. They are passive recipients of what others create. But successful people are creators. They create value, solve problems, and contribute to the world. During these 30 days, you're going to shift from consumer to creator. You're going to start creating value instead of just consuming it. You're going to look for ways to solve problems, help others, and make a difference. You're going to become a producer rather than just a consumer. The fifth mindset shift is from perfection to progress. Most people are paralyzed by perfectionism. They won't start until they have all the information, all the resources, and all the skills. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity. But perfection is the enemy of progress. During these 30 days, you're going to embrace progress over perfection. You're going to start before you're ready, act before you're perfect, and improve as you go. You're going to understand that done is better than perfect, and that you can always improve along the way. Now let me address the challenges you'll face during these 30 days. Transformation is not easy. If it were, everyone would be successful. You're going to face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But these challenges are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. They are opportunities to grow, to learn, and to prove to yourself that you have what it takes. The first challenge you'll face is resistance. Your mind will resist change because it's comfortable with the familiar. It will try to talk you out of your new habits. It will make excuses, create distractions, and tempt you to quit. But resistance is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're doing something important. When you feel resistance, acknowledge it, but don't let it stop you. Understand that resistance is normal, that it's part of the process, and that it will diminish as you persist. Push through the resistance and take action anyway. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, it's action in spite of fear. The second challenge you'll face is inconsistency. You'll have good days and bad days. Some days you'll feel motivated and energized. Other days you'll feel tired and discouraged. This is normal. The key is to maintain your commitment even when you don't feel like it. Success is not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about showing up every day even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work even when you don't see immediate results. It's about persisting even when you face setbacks. The third challenge you'll face is criticism from others. Not everyone will support your transformation. Some people will question your goals, doubt your abilities, and try to discourage you. They might say things like, "Why are you trying to change? You're fine the way you are." Or, "Who do you think you are? You're not that special." Don't let the opinions of others derail your progress. Remember, the people who criticize your dreams are usually the same people who gave up on their own. They're not trying to protect you. They're trying to protect their own ego. They don't want to see you succeed because it reminds them of their own failures. The fourth challenge you'll face is slow progress. Transformation takes time. You won't see dramatic changes overnight. You might feel like you're not making progress, like your efforts are not working. But progress is often invisible in the beginning. It's like a bamboo tree that grows underground for years before it suddenly shoots up 30 feet in a single season. Don't get discouraged by slow progress. Trust the process. Have faith in the compound effect. Remember that small improvements compounded over time create extraordinary results. Focus on the daily actions, not the immediate outcomes. The results will come if you stay consistent. As we approach the end of our time together tonight, let me share with you the ultimate secret of transformation. It's not about the techniques, the strategies, or the tactics. It's not about the books you read, the seminars you attend, or the courses you take. The ultimate secret of transformation is this: you must fall in love with the process. Most people focus on the destination and ignore the journey. They dream about the results but hate the work. They want the benefits but resist the effort. But successful people understand that the journey is the destination. They fall in love with the process of becoming the person they want to be. When you fall in love with the process, everything changes. Work becomes play. Effort becomes enjoyment. Challenges become opportunities. You stop counting the days and start making the days count. You stop asking, when will I get there, and start asking, how can I enjoy the journey? This is the mindset you must develop during these 30 days. You must fall in love with the process of transformation. You must enjoy the daily disciplines, celebrate the small wins, and appreciate the growth. You must understand that becoming the person you want to be is not a destination, it's a way of life. Your transformation begins the moment you make a decision. Not when you feel ready, not when you have all the answers, not when the conditions are perfect. It begins when you decide. Decision is the spark that ignites the fire of transformation. It's the moment when you say, enough is enough, I'm ready to change, I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to become the person I'm capable of being. But decision alone is not enough. You must follow your decision with action. You must translate your intention into implementation. You must move from knowing to doing, from planning to performing, from dreaming to achieving. The 30 days ahead of you are not just an experiment, they are an investment in your future. They are an opportunity to prove to yourself that you have what it takes to transform your life. They are a chance to develop the habits, the mindset, and the character that will serve you for the rest of your life. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know exactly where you're going. You just have to start. You just have to take the first step. You just have to make the commitment and begin the journey. The person you become during these 30 days will be different from the person you are today. You will think differently, act differently, and live differently. You will have more confidence, more clarity, and more control over your life. You will be on the path to becoming the person you've always dreamed of being. But here's the most important thing. This is just the beginning. These 30 days are not the end of your transformation. They are the foundation. They are the launching pad for a lifetime of growth, success, and fulfillment. They are the first chapter in the greatest story ever written, the story of your transformed life. So I challenge you tonight to make the commitment. Commit to these 30 days. Commit to the process. Commit to your transformation. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now. Your dreams are waiting for you to take action. Your potential is ready to be unleashed. The next 30 days can change everything. The question is, will you let them? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Your transformation begins today. Thank you, and remember, you have the power to transform your life. Use it.